open yet. Stream manager. Alright. Oh, let's see. I need to set up all of the various thingamabobbers. This. Alright. Oh, maybe not this one. Okay. That should still be good. Oh. It helps if I don't work the camera by squirreling off somewhere else. Okay. We will just fine tune you a little bit. I think that went the wrong way though. Yep. Alright. There's this one. YouTube, we want to get over here. Go to YouTube Studio. Ba-dum-bum-bum. I can never remember how to life. There it is. Alright. There we go. And back to Sulani. This is going to be a fun project. Let's pop out. How did I pop this out before? Pop out. And nope, we want to go to live chat. And pop out. And then, alright. We can close, well, maybe we'll keep this open. Open our image here. It's gonna be a fun project, y'all. I have absolutely no idea how I'm gonna do this. There we go. Alright. Getting set up. I guess I should honestly set up a little sooner. Oh, this is gonna be fun. So the goal is our Bodhi bar and a restaurant. I think we'll do the restaurant over the water. Let's see. Minimize this. Mini tabs. At least I don't have the problem where music is coming from any of them. My stuff has gone out of whack since last time. Oh, let's see if we can turn here. We were up in the Netherlands this last weekend and I took my computer and so all of my stuff that's normally in its places is kind of like, there's some stuff here and there's some stuff here. There we go. Alright. Let's make a boat. Nope, I have absolutely no idea how I'm gonna make the boat. That'll be fine. And at some point during this, I'm going to apologize in advance, y'all, because I am going to have to run real quick and answer the door because they're delivering my heating oil today. Yay! Thank goodness. So, our boaty inspiration is like a bar boat. So I was thinking like having the boat back here. And on a normal lot, I would totally just dig a basement. But you cannot build basements on waterfront lots. So we're gonna have to get a little creative and figure this out. This might actually be some live testing and figure out which of the live edit boats has less impact, or less, I don't know the right word, I guess impact. All right. Let's see. We want to turn on, yeah, we've got light edit on. Let's go down to transportation. Why are we not showing? Oh, we turn off island living. That's why. All right, let's look at our boat choices. So we want something not like that small, but we want a fairly empty boat shape. Like that could work. It's not exactly right, but it could be a starting point. To canoe. Actually, that's pretty daggum spot on for our inspo one. All right, let's see what else we got. A little deeper would be nice too. Ooh, I like this one with its kind of worn textures. So it's possible. So sometimes with live edit objects, some things have really weird pathing. I feel like there's more boats. Huh? I've got live edit on. I guess because I'm not looking at all the big boats this time. Like there are more boats. They're just, you know. Is that the day? No, that's that same one. We already got that one on. That's a different one of that. Nope, nope, nope. Super cute. Totally not the vibe. Definitely not. Nope. Dun, 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 dun. So I think my favorite is actually, that's from Life and Death. I would not have expected a good beachy boat to come from Life and Death. Those are really cool too. But these are definitely not kind of what we want. All right, so I think out of these, one of these two is going to be better. So I'm curious if I might have to hop in live mode and bring a sim over here and see if we can run around these. I have several ideas here, so it's going to be a matter of figuring out how to make this work. All right, let's go grab, yes, I know it's not complete. Let's go grab a sim. Happy hump day, and happy hump day, y'all. Halfway to Friday. And you can say hi if you want. And if y'all would please share streaming, that would be so far awesome, because it is one of the hardest things to like. Facebook murders the like, oh look, I'm streaming, and I post that and Facebook's like, nah. All right, let's grab Ariel. Oh, she's completely over at the library. We'll bring her back. Oh, I can go. And then when that loads, we will. Let me actually turn off that preview now. Loading, loading, loading. I had shipped her off to the library. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Now we're going to take her over to the restaurant. This is going to play all kinds of funny because it's going to try to spawn like restaurant people and staff, and all I have is a boat on the ground. Poor game. We don't need any people. this in. Let it load. And then I have a story reel I've got to finish up. Yo, I got tea. There's a reason I have a whole new mermaid out here. They borked my save file yesterday. Alright, let's see. Come here, Ariel. Can you, how close to this can you walk? So it definitely has impact. Come on. You can do it. They're so confused because they're not actually a restaurant here. Alright, no. Can't do that one. Can we get, how close can we get to this one? Oof. Alright. Okay, so they both have full boat whatchamajigger words. It's gonna be crazy. Alright. Chaos plan. Excuse me, everybody. I know y'all are trying to eat at the restaurant and there's no restaurant. So, I really think so this one has like a flat back to it and open. It's really funny because all I actually want is like this side right here. But I don't think I can do it with a curve and a straight because I don't think I can get that to look flared. Me sitting here staring at it, thinking of all the different ways I can make boat shapes out of stuff. I could potentially, the only other one I can think that might do it without using pieces is if I take a shallow here and a shallow here and basically connect them with half, well actually you know what? That might work. Let me see a second. So, if we do this, take off this wall and this, and then we make this, let's see. Oh, you know what? It would work, except you cannot put half walls on friggin' curves. I don't know why you cannot put half walls on curves. Y'all just really annoying. Whoa, I got a beep. Somebody did a thing. 40 followers, yay! Woot woot. That's exciting. That's like Twitch's next step. Why can we not put half walls on curves? I had a plan. This is messing up my plan now. There is not a fence. You know what? We'll just run with it for a second. No, that looks awful. Let's use something else. What is the most plain, simple, like, this one? You do it in white. So you can see. Okay. So, I can get the half shape, but because I can't have half walls, I can't actually get the boat texture, and I think, so I could do it with a second floor. Alright, let's try this. We're gonna get creative here. How far down will it let me bring? So we might end up doing this whole thing on the second floor, because what I'm planning is to do, because the boat was the most popular than with the over the water bit, so I'm thinking that I'll actually do like restaurant seating cabana-y things over here, and then have like the bar right here with the boat. That's the plan. Whether or not the plan succeeds, that's a whole different story. All right, let's try this though. Let's take and put, we're gonna make one of those floating second stories. And how far, ooh, actually, I can get that really close to the ground. Because if I do that, and this is on, I can't decide which boat. So what's happening right now is that as far as the game is concerned, the boat is on the first floor, so pathing would be on the first floor, right? And the building is on the second story, so there is no actual like collision between those two things. That was the word, collision. even though it's, you know, literally from our viewpoint, it's literally sitting inside there. But if I can get that to work, then take that wall off. I would need to get the bar, so it might look funny and take a little bit of creativity. We need a bar. Let's see. What does this have? No, it doesn't actually require one for the restaurant. Activities and skills. Creative, right? That's where bars are. Let's turn back off our live edit and debug. So I like this one shape. So it needs to be on the second floor. So this is where it's going to be some interesting juggly, but I have an idea that I think might work. We'll see. I like this one because of its curve, even though it is like super fairyland, and I don't know. I feel like I could probably make that look beachy. A little bit of creativity, especially with the light color greens right there. I don't know, it's very wood looking. Is that the only curved bar we have? That is, isn't it? That's a coffee bar. Nope, 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 nope. Way too overkill. I think that really is the only curved one. This is going to be a creative project, y'all. It's going to be all kinds of crazy up in this place. Okay, so let's see if I can get that there. My thinkings is that I can pull this even to here so I can get it over there. Now, we're going to test this. In theory, because even though I move this around, it is still on the bottom floor, the pathing should stay down there. We're going to try it and see. I don't actually know for sure. This is one of those cases of I pitched an idea out there because I thought it was cute, and y'all voted for it. Yes, I know my venue's incomplete. Chica, come here. See, can she get to the bar? We're going. We're going. Yes! Haha! Look at that! Oh, hell yeah. No, not dark. Oh, check it. Wahahaha. Alright. So that is functional. So the trick to this is that it's on the second floor is the problem. So like if you go down to the first floor, all you see is the boat. But since I was going to do the restaurant over the water floating anyway, it would be on the second floor anyway. So, I am pretty tickled right now, I'm not going to lie. So then it's got these, the only thing is it's not going to actually be on the sand, so I might have to play a little bit with how to make this look right. I have a couple ideas though, to kind of blend it in, and I take these basically, kind of turn them this way and run them all along here. And then let's grab, I am tickled that that works. Let's grab some bar stools. These are like light with a, these are kind of a lighter wood, yeah, medium wood with a light top. And I like that. So we might actually need a straight bar anyway, because the boat curve is not as steep as the, let's do that. Let's go get a straight bar anyway. Sorry, Ariel. Dining room. Bars. There you go. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I don't think I've ever noticed that. I thought there were more. But only some of them show up in creative skills. Huh. Have y'all ever noticed that before? I have never noticed that. I feel a bug report coming on. Like, if they're in creative skills, they should all be in creative skills, right? Let's see then. Let's look at what we got here. Little one, I want to say maybe a long straight one. That's kind of nice. That's like way more simple. And I'm thinking I'm just going to get a little, oh, there's some more curved ones. Oh, totally does not fit my vibes, but it's cute. from the Star Wars. Nope. So we have. I am totally going to do a bug report over the fact they don't all show though, because that's crazy. Like, and it's very random which ones show and which one don't. All right. Let me look at it. Does that fit this curve better? Not really. It'd still be clipping into the boat. Okay, let's just go straight then. Let's do something like this. And put in, actually, haha, wait a second. We have a single tile one. I have two single tile ones. I have the event one and what's the other one that's single tile? Oh, wait, there's another. There's a curved single tile. Does it have a wood top? Its edge is a little bit extra, but we might be able to. It does. Okay, let's see what we can play with here. All right, I'm going to extend this way. And some of stairs. And if I can put here and then maybe on this side a little bit of a curve. All right, and then see if we can find. I have to decide if I want it at the edge or if I want it to clip over. I have to kind of pick one here. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Okay, and then do I have a straight one that will blend in? Not exactly. It's a little too dark, right? I really like this actually rough wood one, but it does not match. All right, what else do we have that has a wood texture to it? Diesel one? No. Does this one have, that has wood and metal, but I don't think it has just a plain wood, does it? Hello, cat. Oh. Oh. Yeah? Whatever pack the little purple... Okay, whatever kit the little purple bubble is from. I don't actually know. Let's see. I'd want to pull it in though. I'm thinking what I could actually do is like lift up a shelf right there to kind of bridge that gap space. This is definitely going to be a creative project by the time we're done with this, y'all. But I think if I essentially make a shelf lip right here, like with the Immaculate, and just run it across that as a surface, it doesn't block access, so that, in theory, should work. It's going to be funny looking with them standing in the boat, but it just is. We're going to have to assume they got waiter skills and got in there somehow. I could play with it and try to line it up so that they're standing on the beams in between. All right, let's grab our bar stools again. Yeah, but look, it's got that little bit of curve. That was what I wanted. Okay. I need this room to be a little bit, it's taking the boat with it. Because if I move the boat, maybe if I move the boat from, with tool, and see if tool will keep it down below. Okay. So that's kind of, that is only a 2, right? Yeah, it's not clicking in there. Okay. You know what? Let's move the boat out of the way for a minute. So, if we do, I might actually even resize the boat a little, potentially. Kind of like that. Okay. So then, so this is where it gets a little interesting sometimes. If I lift this back up a bit, get these stairs out of the way, lower this down. So I want to keep working under, and this is where it can get tricky because you can bring it up, but if I bring it up and over it, that like there, it popped up on top. So it's a lot like when you're trying to place clutter and you want it to stay beneath the surface you're working on. Like shape-wise though, that feels like it's, like it clips through there and there, but I think we can work with that. I think we can. All right, tell you what. Let's move this whole setup over there for a minute. Sorry, Ariel. Put this on the ground. All right, so we have our boat on the ground. I wish I could make it a little taller. I wonder if we stack 2 of them, do you think we can kind of like fake this out here? Maybe, especially if we make the bottom one. Although I think it was pretty close on height though, wasn't it? That might work. We're gonna have to see. Okay, so we don't need the ceiling. And we don't need the back wall. I will eventually have a side wall, but not right this second. Okay, so the only thing is that just put that on the first floor. So actually let's rebuild our ceiling. I'm just kind of to keep the bar set up essentially. All right, put it back on the second floor. Delete the first floor. Bring it down. Over. Why are you making my life hard? You know what? It's okay. Many ways. We're just going to pick that up now, and we want to keep it up on the second floor. Just want to make sure it's not clipping down to the first floor here. Okay. Did that get us pretty close? Ooh. Pretty close. Let's see. All right. If I put the boat here. Okay. All right, so shape-wise, I think that's probably as close as I'll get it to go. Now let's take and we want to see if we can move this, use our lot alignment, make life easy here. And I don't know if it'll pop it up on top or not. We're gonna have to kind of experiment here and see. It does not appear to have popped it up on top. Yay! But it did go the wrong way. All right, so we want to what did you do? Hold on. I think tool just did something funny. Sometimes the undo button on tool works less well than others. Because now my boats are out of line. Oh my goodness, game. Okay, let me think. You know what? If we put ideas, y'all. So many ideas. So I think looking down at that right here will work. But what I need to be able to do is do that underneath it. So maybe if we move the floor out of the way. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Our bar is still floating in midair. But it is still technically on the second story. All right. Okay. This actually, I have never tried that before, but that just worked really well for what I wanted to do. So I'm gonna kind of try to wiggle this around. Because the reason being is if you mouse over the floor, it's a lot like the same thing that happens with clutter if you're trying to put clutter on a table. And it will try to kind of pop up to that second, pop on top of the surface instead of being under it, which is what we don't want. So make that like 98, shrink it just a little bit smaller. And I want to try to tuck it in just a bit. Alright, so it just looks like the boat is a little taller from that angle. This side, I'm going to actually have the, a little different, I think. Maybe, let's see. Or do we leave it like that? I don't know. I think that actually looks pretty nice. So I can just leave off that bar stool, or we could try to pull them. All right, let's draw a floor back. So what I'm doing here is that because I still have the wall, is this wall on the first floor? Nope, see, wall is still floating, so it's still my second floor wall. I am just drawing floor. I drew it as a platform. Under that, which is fine. And now I can move this, and I wonder if I put it, oh, look at that. So if I put it farther over this way, that round works. Okay. And this one then, maybe we need two of these, two straights? Or do we just leave the gap? Can we just leave the gap? All right, we're gonna take our floor. Oh, nope, see, it's dragging the boat, and that's what we don't want. So we're going to just draw again. And drop it down, because we don't actually want it platform height. And grab bar stools. I'm just holding down shift when I do that, so it gives me a second bar stool. And we can kind of straighten that back out. Ooh, what do you guys think? I like it. I'm kind of impressed with myself right now. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Let's see. I'm tickled. Not bad at all. Okay, so my thinkings is, where's the floor? There's the floor. If I take, I don't actually know for sure if this is gonna work. We're gonna, science, we're gonna see. And delete this wall back. So those still have, because they're bar stools, they only need that one space to sit on, right? If I take those and then get something that looks like, not that far, here maybe. That's going down to the beach. So it won't be exactly sitting on the beach, but there's also, here, sand. I think it needs to be the other way though. There we go. I mean, I could technically have them floating in midair, but I think that might be a little silly. Yeah, so that's as low as that one can go, but let's go see now. Yes, I know my venue's incomplete. Let's see if she can sit down there. She can sit down there. I think it is going to look like her legs are going to clip into the boat. That's not awful though. They're definitely clipping, but I think there is no way to avoid the clipping. And she can, I think they can't get up to the drink making side right now. Maybe. She might be able to just walk around. Oh, or just, walk through the boat. The boat is invisible. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so the question is, do I need to play with this so that it doesn't look like she's standing inside the plank things? I think I do, because I think out of the two things, I think the standing inside the plank is more visibly annoying to me. So it needs to come over here to like here, it looks like. So let's have her. Yeah, I know. Okay. That works. Let's go over to this one and try. Oh, that one is like dead center. Alright, what can we do? I just had a realization that I think these will be functional if I do this still. And then that will keep them from showing outside. I'm pretty sure those will stay functional. And then they don't show outside at all. Dun dun dun! Oh my goodness, y'all. Ah! Because then I can actually push them into a bit. Like, can you just straighten this out here so that the clipping is not near so bad then with the knees? Let's try that and see. It does! Still Still functional. Oh, heck yeah. Boop, 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 boop. I'm totally taking a screenshot of that right now because I'm proud of us. Yay! Alright. Hi, Medlin. How you doing? I'm just over here making evil cackling sounds since that worked. I didn't think that was actually going to work. Alright. Now we can actually have the boat bar people voted for. Yay! I'm super tickled. So then we're going to bring it in on this side. Maybe not quite that far. Maybe to one less. It's just going to be like a mounted boat. That's all. So I had posted this up as one of the inspiration people could pick for the Sulani restaurant. And it's a boat. But I wanted it to still be functional as a bar. So I've currently kind of done some creative placement things and shrinkage here to where it's technically on the first floor and the bar is up on the second floor. But it works. It's functional. I'm really excited right now. And I'm thinking I'm just going to kind of blend it into the beach as much as possible. I really wish we had corner stairs. So I'm working on this. It's part of the Sulani makeover, and it's one of the last two lots in this corner. So there's the tiny house right here is already done. Our big community market over there is done, and our little A-frame that we did live streaming a week ago, I think, is done over there. So there were four inspirations I put up, and one of them was this little, and it was just a little bar, but it was so cute because it was a little boat bar right here. That'll have some more to it, but this is just where I was starting with. And then we're gonna do like actual cabana style restaurant seating floating over the water here. And the way to do all of that, the water floating stuff, is on the second floor anyway. So I got a little bit creative with some, let's just try this and see if it works. And I actually really like it. I'm just trying to kind of, it's not going to blend in exactly, but I'm trying to get it to blend as close as possible. Because like I think all of these will be way too dark. Yeah, although it's not bad looking. So I'm excited. That worked out way better than I had hoped. One of those, it's fine. I'll just set up and live stream a thing I have absolutely no idea if I can actually do or not. It'll be fine. It's great. Everything's fine. Ooh, I think I almost like the intentional rock better. Like that. And then, so this is actually, you know what, I'm going to pick up this entire thing and move it some, I think, because the one in our inspiration actually has a little building right here, but I think I'm on the edge of the lot. I am. Actually has like a little kind of, this has got to be an AI one, because this makes no sense. Like, it's a really cute idea, but then there's like one beach umbrella shoved right here. Like, why would there only be one beach umbrella? And then the building here makes sense, because then it could be like a little bathrooms, or this is like a little bar top area. But there's definitely some like, what going on here? Let's see if we can take the whole thing. All right, this is where it gets tricky. We need to be on top of, oops, we want to be on top of the platform here. So the tricky thing with these is making sure to keep it on the second level, because if you just pick it up and move it, it will automatically pop down to the first, and that's what we don't want. Okay, that kept our bar on the second level. Let's use tool and move these to the will it be 1, 0 or -1? So we'll see. That went the wrong way. Let's try to, let's just move. No, that's fine. We're just gonna have to elevate one of them after anyway. All right, we're gonna move -1, 0, so it goes to the right. All right, we're recentered on our bar pieces. Now we're gonna raise one of them back up. Oh, not rotate. Elevate. And let's see, 0.5 maybe? I feel like it was a little higher than that. Elevate. Nope. No. I think it was 0.5. No. Because these are shrunk down one, so it was definitely higher. I think this one just needs to also come up. Okay, let's do this. Let's go back. Elevate both of these. Point. I think I want to get them back to the right bar height here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then I think it's looking pretty cute. Yeah, so I can't move that one now because it will be on the top. It is still, as far as the game is concerned, it is still on the bottom floor. This is playing fast and loose with physics. All right. We're going to connect this. And then we're actually going to drop that platform. And we're going to go ahead and bring our building out across. I think I might go one more out actually on this side. All right, then go in here. Oh, nope, that one's attached still. I don't know why that actually didn't just auto floor a room, but we're gonna go with physics game. Physics. Okay, so now we have our little room space back there. We have our bar. Of course, looking at that now, the entire thing needs to go. The entire thing needs to go like back here so I have more room for the restaurant. Whoops. Oh well, that's all right. Let's see if we can just pick this up. I don't know if I can keep it attached to the second floor. Might have to still do. No, let's do that because I want to be able to move it. Let's see if we can pick the whole thing up and move it. And then this is, oh, I know, you know what? I know why it's having to adjust the boat height a bit, because the sand is actually sloped as well. And I think I'll put the stairs on this side and on that, and then they could just walk up to it. All right, let's take these two, and they're gonna go about that. Nope, one more. Perfect. All right, unhighlight one and elevate the other, 0.75. And elevate this one, 0.25. And I think that puts that right back where it needed to be. Let's grab this one then. Boop, too far. Right here. And let's make sure. Yes. I know the restaurant's not incomplete. My poor Sim. She's like, excuse me, ma'am, it's bedtime. What do you want? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Woot, woot, woot. Okay. I'm tickled. All right. I want to take this boat. Let's make this one 1.0, just a tiny bit bigger. So I wanted the smaller one to kind of feel like it's fitting into that. Make it just a little bit smaller maybe? 9.5. Let's see how that's... Actually, I wonder if we can keep, now that I've shrunk the bar, wrong one. What if you go down to 0.9? So I can always shrink the bar another one too. No. That doesn't look right. Well, I think better with the white line all the way around then. Alright. Yay! Oh my goodness, y'all. We have our 3 functional bars. Oh, welcome back, Madeline. I am just chattering away. I discovered like 80% of streaming is being willing to just talk to yourself. So I've realized that I actually cannot physically keep an eye on the counts and the stream and everything else. I'm like, it's fine. Whatever watches, if people watch, awesome. If not, you know what? It won't be the first time I've talked myself through a building project. Oh, I'm loving it though. Alright, so now we're going to take this up to here. Oop. I'm going to actually take it even. You know what? Oop, no. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is let this area be open here, and then here, draw that, and then let this be basically like a little bar, and it has a little door right here. We are not exactly lined up though. I'm trying to decide if that bothers me or not. I don't know yet. Let's grab. Oh no! Is it that or is it my end? Because German internet also is, let me check and see if it, how Twitch is looking at me. I gotta find the window real quick. What's this one? Twitch. It seems to be happy so far. Okay. A lot of times mine is, like, German internet is, there's a lot of things technology-wise that Germany did really well. The internet was not one of them, which kind of surprises me, but it's not. So yeah, so like last time I was, and I am dual streaming because I stream to YouTube as well, and which is harder, like obviously. But last time I was the one having all of the disconnect issues, and I'm like, I am so sorry. I ended up hotspotting from my phone, and sadly, this time I didn't even try to hotspot from the internet, or wow, I'm sorry. I didn't even try to stream from my home internet because it was already, like I was opening Pinterest and it was being laggy, and I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna try. So I'm actually streaming via hotspot from my phone, which is 18 different degrees of absolutely ridiculous. Look at that! This is cute. But yeah, sometimes it's, I don't know, technology is always a, no. It just wants to keep moving those, so it's okay. Yeah, it's because I think if, I'm gonna want to leave it there unless I want to move the entire thing. I'm trying to decide. It would probably look nicer if I take the entire dadgum thing, which is really just the boats, move them a little more centered, so that it, because I think then it'll actually line up right. So we're going, let's see, 0.25 maybe? Ooh, that was a good guess. Alright, we're going to leave our little boat down and only take, nope, we want that boat to stay down. We want the big boat. Elevate this one by 0.75. And then elevate that one by point, let's do like 2.3 this time and see how that looks. Oh, look at that, lining up so pretty. Okay, so then, because they're actually on the second floor, we can just slide these in. And I think Or actually, I don't even think I need to slide them in. I think what I can do is just shrink it down. Look at that. I can shrink the bar down again. And then now the bar is not clipping through. Oh, let's see. Almost not clipping through. Let's tug it just a little more. I'm keeping them lined up towards the other, at least standing in between the slats because that makes me feel better. And you can still see them to click on them if you want to assign a sim there. All right, this one we can pull in a little more so it's going, still kind of curving with the boat. I am so tickled. Oh my goodness. I was kind of sketch about this working. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. But I love it. I don't know if I like the rock stairs. The stairs is definitely going to be a play with this a little bit more point and see. That totally was not the right direction of sand. Alright, always make sure you put flooring even on inside areas that nobody will see because inevitably a sim will complain about it anyway. In, like, been playing The Sims overall or in this particular save file? Or today? Which one are you asking, Madeline? I actually am a baby. I played a very, very little bit of Sims 1 and I never really got into it. And by 2, one of my best friends was telling me I should play, I should play, I should play. And instead, I was a dum dum and I bounced around every other building game and MMO game for a long time. And I actually just started playing Sims 4 last year. I just happened to have really went off the deep end a little bit. With it. I was like, if I'm going to do this, let's just go all in. And so, yeah, it is. It's my favorite. I like it a lot. I love puzzles. I'm just realizing something. Sorry, this is bugging me. You can tell how often I look at my own camera. There's a funny box right there that's bugging me. Now it's falling off the shelf. Okay, moving the box. Cats. I have to hide stuff from cats. So I just kind of, yeah, I don't know, I've loved building in all kinds of games. My last before I started playing Sims was Conan Exiles. And I would build, I mean, honestly, I played it to build. That was my favorite. And so it is now my, like, all the things we can build in Sims is just like, oh, candy. And yes, finding absolutely ridiculous things and going, I can try that. It'll be fine, somehow. I don't know how. It's not necessarily logical, but it's definitely fun. Alright, we definitely, let's wrap this all the way around. Yeah. So I'm not really worried about this because I have a plan right here. I know what I'm going to do. I think I really like this. I'm so tickled right now. It's kind of ridiculous how tickled I am over this. So I think what I'm going to do is to give it a bar edge, basically. I'm going to use the Immaculate Shelves on here. And just kind of run them. I think. Right now I don't. I have, well, actually, I guess that's not 100% true. I play PAX Die with my husband. That's his new obsession, and he played Sims for me for a while, so figure I should play his too. So I left to myself, I tend to be a give me one game and give it to me a whole lot. And that's kind of my dig in all of the way. All right, let's see if let's play some rotating games here. Maybe not even that much. Let's go to a game like that. Yeah, honestly, I'll generally play anything that is build mode or like we've gone through all of the different open world MMO, not either MMO or just survival world stuff. So like PAX Day is a medieval version. Um, then so that's his current, and then I stream on Wednesdays at 12. So I may set up to do it more often. I'm kind of building it up and just seeing what people are interested in. I wasn't sure if EU daytime would be a good time, but it's what works for my schedule. So right now I've just committed to doing it Wednesdays for 3 hours, and then after that it's kind of a like, okay, well, if people like it and it keeps building up from there, we'll probably do it more days. I have fun with it. And I'm in build mode more often than not anyway. And I'm doing right now, I do the content creation as full time, so it is working for my life. We would, at least until moving day, and then things. Then it might be less streaming for while we're actually mid move this summer. That's too big of a change. Yay! Welcome, whatever just happened on Twitch. Yay! It's making noises at me, but I don't know what it is. Thanks, Madeline. Yeah, I've tried to. I will try to stick to a schedule for it. As I said, for now, I can definitely keep doing the Wednesday things, and when we do get ready to move this summer, I'll post about it, and that way it'll be like, you know, not people showing up here waiting and expecting, and me off packing boxes. So I would rather be streaming than packing boxes. I don't know if I want that last one there. And I think since the bar ends there. Alright, I think we're going to need to do a function check. Bum, 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 ba-da. Alright, let's go back, make sure it's functional. Alright, let's practice making drinks. Oh, I need to fix that one's placement a little bit. So she is... I wanted them to at least look like they were standing in between the beams, so... I do, as far as like content creation stuff, I am on Facebook is probably my most active. I chatter a ton there because I have fun with it, and but I also do TikTok and Instagram and Twitch, and I'm forgetting something. YouTube. There we go. All right, he's lined up right. He's lined up right. We just need to line up this one a little bit better. So I want her just not standing in the thing is all. I do a lot of build tutorials, tips, all kinds of stuff like that. Let's have her stop making drinks now for a minute. Let's see if I'm waiting on her to like reposition. And you know what? Let's go over here. And then let's try ordering a drink. I have no idea what your favorite drink is. We'll go with that. So on, yeah, I like it. So it is all Sims 4 stuff, but it is usually building centric. Every so often there's gameplay or shenanigans. I don't know where she's going to wait for her drink. You were not, apparently I started a thing. Now she likes making drinks. Sit down. Wait, what did he do with your drink? I'm gonna have to give her money. Oh, no, she's got like 70 bucks still. That's awesome! I finished my BAFA in December, actually. Um, I'm not streaming art right now because I am doing this stuff. I don't have a great setup for streaming art right now, but I actually bought the web camera I bought with the intent of being able, it's one of the ones that does like the tracking and stuff. And so I bought it with the intent that once we move and I get settled and I have actually studio space, I can stream art stuff as well as the game stuff. So I'm excited about that. So it's like, oh, she got chips. Okay. It does look like this is functional though. I'm tickled. Booyah! My poor tired gal. I should probably take her home and let her sleep. She just might get a needs refresh. Um, what kind of art do you do? Like for streamers and gamers, so do you do like game character kind of stuff, or I think we're just gonna cheat needs for right now because I want to keep playtesting and making sure this is all functional. We will. Let's see. We'll do a little skip time here. It's daytime again. There we go. Miracles happened. Sorry, I wanted to grab a screenshot because I am so tickled that this is actually working right now. And I kind of want to leave it playing. The only thing I'm a little worried about is if they're put, I don't want them to put like dirty dishes down under the surface. But I don't think they will because the bar top, you can actually still see the bar top. So I think it's okay. I'm sorry, rebate day was awful. You're doing rags to riches. You don't have any money for rebate day anyway. She literally has a roof on a. Alright. That's what I'm thinking now. Gonna be a little crazy. I have an idea about doing some little inset shelving right here. Make this smaller so it'll actually fit. That's awesome. Where are you doing your BFA at? I'm being nosy. You can tell me none of your business. It's fine. Sorry. No, it's like not everybody wants to always fess up stuff. My bad. Alright, so what I want to do now. Oh shoot, I forgot I enrolled her in university. Oops! My bad. Alright, let's move this out of the way for a minute. But what I'm gonna try. I want to make. That's awesome. I get art excited because I like art, right? I realize sometimes I'm like, not everybody is comfortable chatting on the internet. Probably. You can tell my channel is very naked. So, I actually struggle with Twitch a little bit because I don't actually watch Twitch very much. I am I am happy to chatterbox, but I have a hard time just listening to people talking. Like I tune it out very, very easily, so I don't actually watch it. So there has been all kinds of hilarity of Twitch is doing something and I don't know what it is, and my husband laughs at me. He's like, it is possible to learn these things. Lies, lies and scandal. All right, I want to add some shelving here. Yeah, I've done a good bit of branding for Ellie Sims in general, and I like it a lot. So it's actually my character from in-game. I took her for an in-game photo shoot, and I've been using that, and I love it. But I have not done. I know Twitch. There's so much more stuff. Think now. What I want to do, I want to say they're in base game debug options, and we want to go to base game only. Oh, it's trying to fetch. Got it. Yeah, just shoot me a message, or I don't know if you can do it. If you can't do it on Twitch, you can absolutely shoot me one on like Instagram. Probably the easiest place to send messages. It's the same username everywhere. Same username, same profile. If it looks like this, the redhead with the blue diamond, that's me. There we go. I'm liking this. I wanted this to look like the bar storage area. I think these are going to have to be a whole lot closer together for that to work right though. Okay. And then, let's see, now there's a couple of these. These are just in base game debug items, and I use them all the time. Kind of stick one right back behind it. And then I know we also have, some of the other packs came with other bottles too. I already got the green one. I think it's just those three. The water bottle one. That's a good one too. Yeah, I can do that. I am not on Instagram right now because I can only multitask so hard. I am liking it. All right. And let's add bottled water and canned water too. You can do cans on the bottom shelf. And these don't go bad, so it's always like the trick with debug stuff is to make sure it's not things that your sim is going to think are dirty dishes and then get mad about. I don't really want to put cleaning supplies up there. But we can put... We had that update recently and it lost all of my saved stuff. There's one of these that it doesn't actually register as dirty dishes. And I'm trying to remember which one it is. It's not the tea can. I don't think it's the drinks. It's not that one. I wish these actually spawned in with the drinks because that would be fun, but they do not. Snackle cluster cup maybe? It's one of these that does not actually go bad, that's the thing. I do like the tumbler glass. Oh, that one actually spawned in as a drink. Oh wow, I missed big time with those. Let's get that roof out of there. This is the downside of, working in funny angle projects, you get funny angles. And that is completely okay. Yeah, you guys need to come down one more even. Oh yeah, no, you're snapped to the shelf now. That's fine. Too far. There we go. Alright. We get that one. Is this a toad spawn? I feel like this might end up being some science because I don't want it to be the things that are smelly, so I might just have to go back in live mode. These do not go smelly. I know that. The paper plates don't. I don't really want dishes, though, I don't think. I want to say it was the one that spawned without having... I play on PC. I do keep track of a lot of console stuff and try to include it whenever I'm doing, especially if I'm doing like real videos, how to do stuff in tutorials. Because it broke my brain for a while how little info there actually was for console. It was just crazy to me. Ooh, we could have some lemons. I have a little bowl of fruit. I think we've got some of that in our regular stuff. Yeah, I know. I am 100% a PC girly. It is a, it's a point of, usually a point of very much hilarity for my family when I get on console because I'm like, there's buttons and they do stuff and I have no idea. Hi, Maraka. How are you doing? Oh, I like that. I don't know. That's a little too... Good morning. Oh, yeah, it's way early for you, isn't it? Isn't it like 5 o'clock in the morning or something, or 6? Yeah. Mine is at school. That's why I stream when I stream, because mine is at school right now. And then the stream stops about the time his school bus comes because, no. I love my small child, but when he's around, my brain goes, there is no brain. There's mom. That's it. They eat our brains. Pretty sure that's what happens. Fertilizer. Let's see. I don't think I really want to put plants up there. Not our jewelry or to-go boxes. Water bottles? Nah. I really don't. So one of the strangest things that bugs me is why don't we have, like without running through the debug menu, trying to figure out which ones are not going to. See, this makes the most sense for a bar here. Carrot sticks, beets, jalapenos, carrot stick snackers. Without having to go through like the debug items, like why we should just have like, oh look, here's a drinking glass. Like that's a basic clutter thing. It feels like, or like it feels like it should be a basic clutter thing, but it is not. Oh, there's this one. Here we go. That will work for my. Madeline and I will make it on Instagram, but it won't be while I'm streaming. I actually have everything except the chat windows closed to try to keep the internet gods happy. Oh no, it's fine. Nothing to be sorry for. So it's interesting because Facebook seems to really vary my posts about going live. Um, I don't, and I'm sure there's ways around that, but I have not figured them out yet. How to like basically defeat it at its own game, so that you guys actually see it when I'm going to be live. I'm still going to keep doing the Wednesdays is working for now, so I'll keep doing that. But it's kind of one of those like I know there's people around, and I know there's people who said they want to join in on this absolutely ridiculous build the beach bar, but I can't tell you because the game says no. Or not the game, the meta platform deities. There we go. All right, that's looking pretty decent. I will show you how we're going to fill up that back in a second so it'll look fluffier. We could have, let's see, some of this. Some of our top shelf stuff. Do I want that instead of the pineapple? I don't know. I don't know if it needs anything more actually. That looks like a pretty nicely stocked bar shelf. Maybe we don't need the pineapple. Maybe pineapple's a little silly. A little too far forward. There we go. Alright, and then this is one of my favorite things. Gallery. We are going to pray that the gallery cooperates with us. Rooms. I think that is my heating oil. Alright, y'all. I am sorry. I will be back in a minute because that's important. In theory, the husband was supposed to be home for this, but I will be right back. Take a minute, get a drink, get a potty. we have oil heating, and we actually ran out of oil this week, which was kind of impressive. Usually we don't, and I honestly, because I had knee surgery, I forgot. I forgot to refill it when we normally do, and then it just kind of was one of those things that the reminder doesn't pop up like when you normally do it. It's gone. Gone forever. Alright, can I even place this? Alright, I just want a decent looking background wood texture here. I kind of like this one. I like the darker one though. Alright, should do a trick here. Yep, there we go. This will work. Okay. So, we're going to delete these, grab this, turn it around, and I might end up having to use a tool because I'm afraid this time if I delete all the way, in theory it should still be okay. We'll see. Alright. This is what the undo button is for. So we're going to take this and put it, I'm going to stop running off the stairs, right at the back of the shelves. So that now, when you're looking into them, they look closed from the front. I'm going to center it. I'll slide this way just a little bit so it clips into the wall on that side, but not all the way out through the wall. There we go. Okay. We're going to go back and grab our wall tool. Nope, that's right, we can do that far now. 1, 2, and 2. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Alright, now we're going to go back outside and put back our bright blue on the outside again. And I think now I'm going to do actually like a dark brown inside here. There we go. Inset bar shelving. Check it out. I am tickled. Let's build the ceiling back up so that we can take our roof and put that back up here. Look, it's so cute. Alright, oops. And I think I actually want to take this and curve it just a little bit. I think that it needs, maybe it doesn't need a lip, so. Look at that, I wish we could do like a half lip for real small surfaces. Alright. Digging it. Hey Rainbow! How are you? I'm doing ridiculous things and it's working and I'm like, ah! Also, my heating oil guy is here right now, so I might have to run down again. So if camera's all funky at the moment, that's why. I'll fix it out in a few. I don't know if he's going to need me to go back down again. Nothing, probably just close the garage door. But I'm very excited about the heating oil guy because that means I can have a hot shower later today. Okay, about things that you do not appreciate until until they're not there. Alright, so I know we have a lifeguard thing. That's that. Wait, which one is? I know there's the like buoy things too. I think from, but I think they might be in line at it. Where's our inspo line? Budget $41. Thank you. I am like super tickled because this was I posted an inspiration and told people they could vote on which one they wanted, and then they voted on this one, and then I was looking at it going, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Like I'd already picked out the lot the restaurant was gonna be on, so it was a moment of, oh boy, it's fine. Everything is fine. But I think it's actually really cute. I still don't know about the stairs. I'm not sure that I like the rock stairs yet. We'll see. They are subject to change. I think I want to go one darker on that. There we go. That looks better. Okay, so our inspo has this sucker's got to be AI because this makes so no sense. Yeah. Oh, I know why I'm quiet. That would be because the microphone was way over there from getting up and running to answer the door. Shoving everything out of the way to do it. Thank you. It might have taken me forever to notice because it just kind of hangs out over here. Yeah. Um, I totally just kind of panicked and ran when the doorbell rang because I was, yeah. The heating oil is German efficiency at its best. They come, like they told me, between 12 and 2, and they came at like 1:15. But it also means if you're not there between 12 and 2, they don't come back. Or if you don't answer the door, they're like, yep, didn't answer the door. So I was not going to risk them leaving because we got a cold snap again. Like it was warmer and then it was not. So the cold's actually not so bad because we have fireplace, but hot water, y'all. Things you don't truly appreciate until. Let's see. Okay. I think I want to look in. There it is. That's the one I was thinking of. Cute. Okay, I think that's kind of fun. I might just actually do the same thing on this side. Another juice barrel? I don't know. Is that too much? I like the enclosed one better. Mm-hmm. I will confess, you'll appreciate this. So we came back from the Netherlands and I was pitiful because we've been in the car all day long and in my brain that means you need to shower. I just do. That's a me thing. And we still had no hot water. And my darling husband, after me whining about it for probably way too long, actually went and got all of our pots and boiled water so that I could take a bath at least. It was very sweet. Like, could I have waited? Yes. Was it like end of the world? People are gross? No. But it was he got brownie points for days. I love our little cabana bar. So this one has like a canopy roof thing. And there's one similar from the Royalty and Legacy pack. Yes, it was so cute. My child thought it was hilarious. I would keep going, Mom soup, we're making mom soup. So to him, that was like the highlight of this entire thing. My child, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Mom soup means mom gets a bath and I'm going to be less cranky. Ooh, look at that. There we go. That blends in better. It actually matches the sand. And then we'll put some, let's go grab our Island Living. Yeah, so I am very excited about the heating guy. So, it was just one of those, like we have never, in the 6 years we've lived in this house, we have never actually run out of oil before because I always check it on a certain schedule and I think I want to say it happened during my knee surgery and this was one of the cases of I told the husband to go down and check and he might have gone down and checked. He probably did go down and check, but then it was like, okay, yeah, we should get some more oil and you know that like okay, so then you have to call the place and order the oil and do the thing? Yeah. I feel like there might have been a drop in the ball somewhere in there. Mom gut instincts say that's probably what happened. But it's okay. We have made it through and now there's oil and yay. Alright, shrink this down. Yay! Oh, this is looking so cute. I like this. Oh, those little yellow flowers over here. These are fun. and kind of a little bit there, and that hides that kind of gappy thingamabob. Yeah, just like a little fern thing. Nope. This way. Chugga chugga choo choo. This is ridiculously cute. I am kind of ridiculously proud right now. I don't know if I like those bar stools. They might change the bar stools though. I don't think they quite fit the vibe. I don't know if we have better bar stools though either. Let's see. No. No. Maybe just wood? I like these ones. This is one of the... Came from one of the early release pack things. It's okay. It's not love. I almost like that. I know that's a Snowy Escape one, but... Oh, and there he is again. Okay, I'll be back again, you guys. This time I will try to remember to put the mic back. I have way too many stairs in this house. We have one of those European style where it's tall and skinny. So we have 2 rooms, flight of stairs, 2 rooms, flight of stairs, 2 rooms, flight of stairs. Front door's all the way at the bottom. Living room is almost at the top. So, but yay, oil tanks are filled. Happy Mama Day. All right, now I'll actually settle back in. Ooh, okay, that's true. I forgot that about the one from Spa Day. That might work. Let's go see. Let me readjust stuff here. I actually think that right back about pretty good. I learned last time not to turn the camera on to follows your hand motion because I talk with my hands a lot. And so last time the camera would be like, wee! I would look over. Oh, you're right. I like that one. I do like that. I think that looks pretty nice. Yeah, that's got it. Like, it needed more weight to it, I think. Oop, nope, no, don't grab the boat. Yeah, I think that's better. I mean, there's the island living ones too. But actually, the island living bar stools. I don't know. All right, hold on. We might have to have decisions here. Oh, it kind of looks like the. Yes, exactly. So ours are very similar style. So, but it's okay. Hold on. I'm on the living room landing. So they're technically a half flight each time because it's down to the other side, down to this side, down to the other side, um, and they're offset front and back. So I know, right? Like there's nowhere to put your feet, and it's very round and very small, and yeah. But it looks kind of like a the ship tie-up thingies at the edge of the dock. So I think it kind of like that makes sense. I know those have a word. My dad would be ashamed. I'm a Navy brat. Uh, but let's see, 1, 2, 3. I guess that's only 3 flights of stairs, but still. 3 sets of flares running down, try to chase the guy. Oh, and then the half step out to the garage. So 3.5. But yes, so. But now we have oil. Yay! And we have a little cabana bar, and I am like ridiculously pleased with the little cabana bar right now. I am trying to decide if it needs a roof. It has a little, so it has a little, like the inspo one has a little canvas piece of canvas draped over it. And there is one that came with Royalty and Legacy that looks a lot like it, but if I remember right, I think this sucker blocked pathing. It's not quite right. I think this actually blocked pathing though, and that's a problem. Well, maybe not. They're not reacting to it. I kind of like it. I would have to add the extra poles on the other side, but I could use the little... I do like it actually. Hey, paranormal! Yeah, like why? Why is trendy uncomfortable? And if you go and look on I'm a Pinterest fanatic, and you look up anything modern style or luxury style, I'm like, why would luxury not be comfortable? Like, I don't understand this concept. Like, I have been broke enough times in my life that where you buy the crappy mattress or the hand-me-down fourth generation couches because that's what you can have and that's what you can afford. Why would you want, like, but if you have all of the money to buy the luxury item, why in heaven's name would you buy that? Right? I don't understand. Like, I would not. I would want to buy the most obnoxiously comfortable thing I could possibly find. Like, please cushion my soft, delicate, overly wealthy derriere, please. I mean, maybe not quite like that, but. It doesn't. Yeah, like metal seats, literally. What? No. I mean, bar stools, I guess it bothers me a little less because in theory, you're not staying there, for ages and ages and ages, in theory. These are all too high. They need to all go down a floor. Oh, actually, you know what? That might even fix my... Even if it does block pathing. Too far. I went on one of my Facebook posts. I did a hot take: white walls are overrated, because I restarted a dadgummit Parrot. I still forgot to set up the stupid bot catcher thing. I forgot. You sent me the stuff. The goal is just to remember to do it. Instead of reporting them every time, so you know. Uh, I totally lost. Oh, I posted a thing about white walls because I'm so tired of it. Like, why? You go on. I started new Pinterest boards for Ellie Sim so that I would actually have, you know, public Pinterest boards that weren't chock full of all of the other 4,800,000 things that I share. And there we go. And blocked. Okay, done. Yeah. See, South Asian's all about it. But I noticed on the Pinterest boards, I started rebuilding them and rebuilding up all of the different things that I'd had and saved. And like, so I would look up, okay, you know, modern build inspo or things like that. And it was white, and then some more white. And then after that, there was some more white. And then there was an edgy splash of beige. And then it was white. And, and I was like, I'm over it. Pass. Don't want it. Not interested. All right, there's one of these that's lights. This one. This is fun. I think, yeah. There's one that comes in like a dark color. Hmm. I know, right? Bold. A bold beige accent. So something. They're words. I don't have them. These are all metal. I don't want metal. I like these. I like these kind of fun, colorful ones. Although I'm not sure that they really work for the area right here. Maybe we can, ooh. Mm, too far. So the thing is, I think, is that that is a little bit farther than that, so that's going to look funny. I am being ridiculous, because yes, I know they stand up there just fine, but in my head, it's like, it's just hanging there. Oh, wait, I know what we can do. I need a, find a better color one. We could just use our best little buddy tool and fix this. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Ba-dum-bum-bum. No, so their royalty and legacy debug, which alone bugs the heck out of me because they should not be debugged. They're fantastic, and we don't have things like that in game, and we need them. I mean, I think. Uh, no. That's all metal ones. Okay, this one does come in dark color. All right, I'm gonna do something a little crazy here. I mean, also accurate, yes. What is matching? It's that vague thing that's supposed to happen. All right, now let's take you. Kerplunk. Problem solved. And on this one, what I'm thinking is that I can actually, this might take some shenanigans to do. No. Too far. A little bit more. All right, so what I'm going to try to do is rotate this so that it is leaning this way a little bit. That's the plan. You're making me anxious that you don't have a rotate button. Oh, it's doing it. Nope. No, it didn't do the thing. Okay. Yay! Sometimes, like when you try to rotate things, they do really weird stuff. Alright, let's move it. I don't know why it's not actually showing up stuff though. Oh, it's probably showing it up down at the bottom, and I kind of sunk the bottom. Alright, that was a little too far. Let's go 0. Alright. So technically, that's perfect, except it's not going to be perfect. Because, you know what? I want to drop it down in the ground more, because I don't want it sticking up that far. Let's go back and go... Yeah, sure, 7, 8, whatever. Alright, now let's go down and see... Oh my god, I could make so many reels out of Sims missed opportunities. It would be... That could be, like, an entire series. I think I would make myself very sad. Booyah! Okay, I think I still want it lower. Alright, we're gonna move it... -0.5. Elevate. -3 I think is too far. No, -3 is not too far. Dun, dun, dun. Oop, that time was a little too far. Oh, I overshot. Okay, so we need to come back just a little bit. 0.25. And let's go to elevate. -1. Almost. Ha ha ha. Boom. Yeah, I'm not upset with that. It might be a little silly, but you know what? Let's be honest. That's completely wholesome. I know. I don't know if I could make it without being sad. I did do a, like, things I wish we had in The Sims. Real ones. But, yeah. Maybe, like, when they announce 5 or whatever. Because I refuse to believe that something they've been making money off on 25 years that they're going to suddenly stop. I'll do, like, all the things that we should have in 5 that we didn't in 4, 3, 2, and 1. That could be funny. Yeah, that works for me. And then this is, like, here. And actually what I could do is pull that just a bit more even. Just a little bit overhang. Yeah! Okay, that's cute. It is the typical, like, beach doesn't actually provide much of anything, but we put them there anyway cover. And then we could do... Alright, which pack is it that has the string lights? Is that Cottage Living? Yeah. Although, I have tea. You want to talk about quirky and ridiculous? Oh my god. There is a reason I have a brand new redhead mermaid. Because my 2 blondes, man... Oh yeah. That's true. I mean, we do still get some stuff, but I would always have more. Like, I love the... Dun-dun-dun, I lost my words again. The emote when they stab themselves in the foot. Like, it's the Ace Ventura emote thing. That's so funny. It makes me giggle. I would totally take more, though. I want to say it's Cottage Living that has the ones I'm looking for. Let's see. That's too small. Or too small for that way. I don't know that I really want to spend... How much effort do I want to do on these? Oh, I know which ones are good, though. Let's see. Lighting... I am up to 41 followers. I think, and I am pretty sure I'll have enough on the stream. I'm down to two viewers at the moment, but I've had like 3 or 4 most of the time, I think. I don't watch it a whole lot because I get confused. I get distracted if I have the other screen open too. Um, and I think this will be my third stream. So it's getting there. Slowly but surely. I figured out that I can do the Wednesdays pretty well, so I've actually. Yeah, I really wish we had more horse stuff too. Because there's some things that I will mod to add more to, but I don't know. Horse Ranch isn't one that I've had like a lot of luck finding mods that add to it a whole bunch. And it's a shame because it is such a good pack. I like the horses. I want to like the horses even more. Yeah, true facts. I would love to have more pet stuff. Why do you keep rotating? Okay, the stairs? Do you not like stairs? Apparently stairs are walls. I have a little upward curve, but I don't have a little downward curve. Oh, are these, let's see, I don't know. Are the hanging lights too much? I think that might be too much. Oh, wow. That would be cool. I think Little Miss Sam has one where you can like make them jump more than once, but they still stop and reset completely in a row, so it's not a true series, you know? It's one, but then without like commanding them to go to the next, still you can line them up in an order and then they'll just automatically do it. But it's still not the same as like, yay, I'm barrel racing. Oh, okay, other than that height issue. I don't like that. They look like they're floating too much. Where's that? So I think like these are too deep of a dangle. Like that would work fantastic, except that it's big giant stars. I just want lights. I thought there was another one. Wait. Aha. There we go. Okay. String lights for ants. Just need them in a better color, I think. Is this the toddler stuff ones? Yes. You were right. It needed that little bit of like downward hang. There we go. Ah, that's cute. It never actually gets dark in Sulani, really, but I mean, kinda. Okay, I dig. That is so. Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous! Rainbow is a great source of wisdom, and we all will heed. I'm down with this plan. I actually kind of love this. This is gloriously ridiculous. Da 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 da. Alright, where did my. Let's see. Alright, our inspo. Okay, I think that's about it for the bar. So then we need the actual restaurant bits now. Definitely not a useless talent. No, I'm the same. Like I'm the same way if I'm doing with some for somebody else. Like I can look at it and then sometimes myself I'll be sitting there going, There's a thing, especially on stream. I'm fairly certain there's just a thing that happens on stream where your brain just goes dink, off, done, gone. And that's my husband. Sorry, y'all. Ah, whoops, I just hung up on him. I hung up on my. Oh my goodness. Hi. I'm midstream. Do you need me? Yes. So you don't have to rush. Already did it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I just ran downstairs and did it, and then ran downstairs again. So. Right. I love you. Drive safe. All right. Yay. Okay. Tell me all the things when you get back. Okay. Love you. Bye. I have silly ringtones. He's awesome. I have a good man. I actually, he said it went really well, which is really good news. So he was at a, we are um, mid retiring from the military right now. Well, okay, he is mid retiring from the military. I'm just a wife. Uh, and it's a lot. It's a lot. Let's just go with that. So trying to do all of the different things, but he met a guy. So the military is strange because they don't just let you out. After you've been in for a while, they're like, you need classes before you can go out. You're going to have to actually do all of this other stuff before we're going to let you out of the military. And he's been in for 27 years, so it's a hot minute. But he met a guy at these meetings that they just hit it off fantastically. And the guy gave him a job offer as a sales director. I mean, true, yes. I've absolutely put in my time. Um, but the guy offered him a position basically as a sales director, which to me is like hell. I would hate doing sales. Not in a million years is that something I would want to do. He is not me. And to him, that just sounds like a good time. Let's do it. And so, whoops, other way. You just leave this open, then you can kind of see what's going on in the kitchen while you're sitting at the bar. That could be fun. Um, so he had a meeting this morning with them. So one of the things that like, what they can do, it's actually is really cool. It's not as part of transitioning from the military, like he can basically go work for the guy as an intern for 90 days while he's still drawing the military paycheck. And it's meant to, people can do it with all kinds of different companies. And it's kind of the idea that like you can try stuff out and you ideally find a place that will offer you a job. Well, the guy pretty much already offered him the job. And they went to have a meeting this morning and told him, like, he's like, all right, so what are the things that we need to talk about and cover? And I'm like, honestly, my big one is we need to have an idea of what we can expect for salary because we're moving. And we're moving to the Netherlands and we're going to be moving like in the middle of all this and house hunting in the middle of all this. So I need to know what I can realistically budget on. Like it doesn't have to be firm offer. It is going to be exactly this dollar and cent, but I need a from here to here range because that makes a big difference as to what we can afford to rent. Especially the Netherlands is not the cheapest place to decide to move. It is. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it, but it is not cheap. And so he was saying it went really, really well though. So, yay! Guess we'll find out when he gets home. Dun dun dun. But that was him going, I'm sorry, I forgot the oil guy was coming. Because he was supposed to be back before the oil guy. But I think he gets a pass if he gets a good paycheck, right? That makes sense to my head. He puts up with a lot of my shenanigans. And now y'all know way too much about my life. You're welcome. All right. So, chef station. It is actually really cool. For all of my making fun of a lot of things the military does, this one I will say especially for soldiers, like it's really funny sometimes the things he doesn't realize that he doesn't know. Um, I get a kick out of it because it'll be stuff that's like, to me, it's just this is how the civilian world works. You just have to do this stuff. Whereas, for the last 27 years, his life is mainly centered on someone told him where he had to be and when he had to be there and what he was supposed to be doing when he got there. And so this whole idea of, I know exactly, right? This whole idea of like having to figure it out for yourself is not easy for a lot of people. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, yeah. Last week when I was streaming, he and a friend of ours were both here, and at one point I turned the camera that way and let them both talk so I could go to the bathroom. I'm like, it's fine, whatever, y'all, y'all just chatter. Gotta go take care of stuff. Um, he's a good one. I am a very spoiled lady, and I'm aware of it. So I am. You know what? I have trust issues. You guys get the good fridge. Yes, 100%. They tell you what to be, when to be there, what to wear. Like it's like so this morning, we were talking about what he was going to wear today, and like this is just a meeting with the guy. They've been in the classes together. This was not as far as like, it wasn't an interview or something. But he pulled on like a button-down shirt and cargo pants, and I was like, cargo pants are not dress casual. He's like, but I'm like, no, cargo pants. Like they were. He's like, but they're like khaki-ish. I'm like, no, they still have the side pockets by default are not business casual. If it has extra pouches for you to stuff shut in, that's only casual in the military. Um, so, but it's like to me, I just know that stuff. Hi, Shelly. Good morning. Ooh, it's a lot earlier for you, huh? I definitely need a dishwasher, and I'm gonna be smart this time, and I am going to, um, I feel like Gadros might be a spam bot. Um, I lost my train of thought. I am going to turn it to a residential and hire the upgrade tech to come out here and upgrade all of this stuff. I don't know if you can actually cheat upgrades or not. I don't know. Coffee sounds good. I like coffee. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I promise I will try really hard to remember to do the spam bot before next time. I will try. We just had a lot this last week. We ended up going. There we go. Reported, blocked, fixed. Uh, we ended up going up to the Netherlands to do our. I think these are all 5, right? It doesn't matter which one. Which one's gonna look good? To do our visa photos, biometrics. You have to go up and do like visa stuff. And I got really excited because I was fully expecting that it would take like months to get an appointment. And instead, they actually had openings on a Saturday. And it turns out that like once every 6 months, they open on a Saturday to do immigration. I forget what the other word for it, but it's all of this stuff, like when you need to go do your fingerprints and your visa picture and all that. And it's only like once every 6 months. And I happened to look for an appointment a week before that 6 months, and they still had openings, or that once in 6 months. And so I jumped on that. I told like being able to go up on a Saturday instead of having to drive up and pull the kid out of school and stuff during the week, so much easier. So last week, right after I streamed, we started packing and headed up to go do our biometric stuff and got that done. But it meant like all of my, okay, before next time I stream, I'm going to do this. None of that happened. So, all right. Let's see. So we have a dishwasher and a sink. We have a fridge. We have the chef station. I don't really want to put another oven and stuff because I've noticed when you do that, then they like get silly. What do we start? Waiter station, host station. dining spots. We're gonna do all that out there. Although I could put bathrooms right here too. There's definitely enough space. I don't I don't know. Does the kitchen? I could make it narrower, but I think I want to leave it that width. That way there's room for easy walking back and forth. Like I'm not cluttering it yet. This is just functional right now. Do I want to put? Do we want to put a little bathroom right here? I could put one, like a staff bathroom, or no, or just leave it. I don't. Do the Okay, random question. I have legitimately never noticed. Do the NPCs ever use the bathroom? Like the workers? Like in theory, workers would have to use the bathroom, right? That seems like a normal thing. But I don't know if they actually do it. Like I see NPCs using the bathroom, but I don't know if I've ever noticed if it's the workers or not. Random things I'm curious about now. This is your brain on Sims. And we could put a little staff bathroom. And that still leaves a really good walk area, I think. Good walking path. So we have dishwasher, sink, fridge. Okay. So maybe then, yeah. I usually, Kuto has a mod that's NPCs anywhere or NPCs everywhere, something like that. Yeah, I knew the customers did. So I was going to put like slightly nicer customer ones somewhere. You know what? Actually, I might just put them right here too. It's going to do, let's see. Yeah, we could just do the restrooms right there. Basically have a little restaurant or restroom row. Yeah. Oh, so his mod. So Kuto has a NPCs everywhere mod that I really like, and it literally just does that. It spawns NPCs, and so I never have to hire things because I just go there and all the workers are there and they do the thing. It is wonderful if you mod. It's gameplay wise, it is one of my favorites because it just adds so much when I don't have to run around and go like hire people for this booth or hire people for that booth or you know. We should, however, definitely have a fire alarm, and we're just going to put the fire suppression right beside it. I don't know if any of that, I don't know if the chef stations catch fire, but just in case. I think if I don't put a regular stove too, that would help keep like NPCs out. I wonder, so there is a door from university that's like authorized personnel only. And that is one of the things I really wish we could set up for Sims. I think you might be able to do it locking them, like lock to workers only kind of thing. I actually haven't tried that. This one. Keep teen-proof locks, keep teens and below out. But it, like when I put that into a library, it broke. Nobody could go into that room in the library. I think it was this one. It might have not been. It was another door that was like faculty or something like that. But I always want to keep like, okay, you know, if you go to the vet, you don't go run and play on the vet's computer. That's not a thing, right? Why do my Sims do that? It bugs the, like, it just bugs me. All right. 3 little bathroom stalls. And we'll have, you know what, why don't we just do this actually? Let's have a little platform that comes here and here and maybe overlaps to here too. That way, down one. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. And then what I want to have, so this is where it's going to get a little crazy. As I don't want this. I don't want platforms. I want this to actually look like it's floating. So we're going to do what we did for the boats and make it a second story. So, put something down, go up a floor. And then put something down, delete this one, drag this over here, because in theory, my plan will work. In theory. Actually, you know what I might do is just go ahead and make it huge and then cut out areas instead of adding them in. Because I'm going to need a good walking path for waiters and for guests without like all crashing into each other. And yeah, all right, so then have like a path that comes this way. And then we have the stairs. I know it looks awful right now. It'll look better, I promise. Trust the process. It'll be okay. Yeah. Okay. So then this can just come. All right, actually I'm going to clone it because what I want to do is have it one shallower this way, but I'm going to pull it so that it still looks the same. I just don't want that sticky outy bit. That's the technical word, sticky outy bits. Oh, I'm actually really digging this though. Okay. So we want I want this over here. Oh, and we do need stairs over here too. So we can just have a set of stairs that go all the way across here. And then I have one of those like everybody here doors, right? And then I like that too because that gives a little sheltered area for the staff who run through. I think I want one, let's see, one darker? Yeah. Oh, that's why it's so dark, because I don't have any lights yet. That'll do it. And I think this needs to go, yeah, one lighter shade there. And I think I already did this over here, just double check. And then always, because now we've made rooms, gotta run around and do the other side. Yep, I don't have any interior rooms. Okay. So basically, this is gonna be a funny log because you're gonna play from the second story instead of from the first. But that's okay. It'll be fine. Now we need... So, host station is just where they run back and forth, like placing the orders and stuff. Do we have one of these in... Let's see. Oh, look, we even have the bright blue. We have a theme here going on in case you missed the memo. We have a theme. Why? Because the boat was bright. Oh my goodness. The boat was bright blue. Therefore, the rest is now bright blue too. I don't know. I might go back to the lighter colored roof though. We'll see. All right. And then we need yeah, we need toilets still. That's fine. And a waiter station. Oh, I did that backwards. The host is where you have to be seated. That's right. The waiter station is where the waiters run back and forth to. Oh, and I don't have it in the light color. We have orange. Cream? Lightwood maybe? Lightwood might be okay. Man, why did I gotta mess up my thing here? Nope, not gray. I mean, I can always build like a facade around it, and that's probably what I'll do. We'll just get it, we'll get it close and then use... Yeah, we'll just use the lightwood and then build a little like fake area around it. That'll be better. All right. I think... So this is where it's going to be kind of crazy here. All right, let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck style. Let's make some dining tables, and then I think what I'm actually going to do is use the dining tables to kind of size out like walking past and space because I, I get really frustrated with venues that aren't functional. Like maybe even more so with houses. Venues that don't work are my personal like, mm, 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 mm. Like I may put a house just to be a model, but I honestly cannot think of a time where I have ever put a venue in a save file expecting it to not work, right? Like I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. So it really matters to me that these actually like work. Let's see. I think I'm gonna want. I do like this big table, so maybe we'll have some smaller tables, right? But like, but they do either that or my. I'm gonna hurt somebody's feelings. When you, there are some of the bigger name people that'll put venues up that you can't see. Like in order to actually play at the venue, you're playing spin your mic because like they've decorated with lots of tall stuff and it's sticking up really high, and so you can't actually see over it or around it without playing spin the camera around 4 million times. I mm-mm. I will eat a venue so fast because I'm like I am not dealing with that. Hi, hubby. Welcome back. Oh, you have your own polo now. You're official.
Yeah, I'm a real boy.
You're a real boy.
And I didn't get a new laptop, but I got a new webcam
You remembered your webcam not working? That's pretty great.
because all of his uh, computers are in the States, and he's like, maybe like I'll get you one if we ever go to a meeting there or anything.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't really need one for a while. I need this for our meetings.
Yes. I mean, we have it doesn't cost anything extra to still use the computer you already have.
Yeah,
Rainbow tablecloth? Rainbow tablecloth is pretty.
so it's very good. I got a salary. I got all the info.
Yay! Good stuff.
Oh, yeah, good stuff.
Woo
Oh
woo
wait,
woo
so
woo.
you're
That's okay. That we were telling that we decided earlier that anytime the man's coming to tell you he got a job, it's okay to interrupt. Anytime your partner is telling you he got a job, because you called.
oh okay. But yeah, I basically also guaranteed job too. Like he's like, yeah, no, like I'm not expecting a lot of stuff in this 3 months. Like you'll be mostly learning,
Yeah.
but I'm very excited for you to be here, and we can offer this much whether you make any sales or not. And I was like,
Perfect. That was the question. Yeah, I want a base salary, and then we can house shop with it.
yeah, it's an
Um,
interesting number. He thinks in 12s. So even my lowest, because I was like, well, like the lowest is 80, so that we can live.
yeah.
And he was like, 84. It needs to be 84. And I was like, what? He's like, 84 or 92. And I was like, what? And he's like, it's just how the math works in my head because there's 12 months in a year. And he's like, how?
Just go with it.
And I was like, okay. And then he made it make sense because of how his salary works versus
Yeah,
all of his
like I
stuff.
get
He's like,
that.
I can do a runway
An
and
increment of
then do
12 makes sense. Yeah,
yeah. He's
because
like,
then it's just this much more per month,
yeah,
and
and it helps him when all of his, his whole company, it all falls into his company portfolio and profit margins and all that. So he's like, yep, it's way easier. So 84. So that's what we can budget on.
so that's your for sure.
Yep, I'm not including any commissions and everything like
So
that.
maybe you should have gone higher then. If he just agreed to it.
Well, that's like the base. He's like, and then in
Okay,
these 3 months, if we do more, we can do more.
cool. But yeah, no, that's a good minimum. That's solid.
But he's like, that's if you don't do anything.
That's if you just sit here, show up, and punch the clock,
Yeah, and
essentially.
help him with the ones he's already got,
Yeah.
basically. Help
Okay.
take the load off of him.
Awesome. I will relook at our budget stuff then. Yeah, it's. I have been really stressed about the job hunting thing because, yeah, probably more so than him. John has a more it'll work out attitude.
Oh, we'll be
Yeah,
fine.
John is very much it'll be fine, and I am not a it'll be fine person. Um, I think we need maybe let's see a 4 person and a couple 6 person and some 2 person tables. That way there's like, you know, I like this little round table though. I think actually, I think I might use the round table as the 2-person because they look very tiny for a 4-person. Yeah, no, I want numbers and I want math and like part of what's really, really hard about this is so we know what the retirement pay math will be, but a chunk of military retirement is based on the assumption that after this many years of service, you're going to get a portion of disability because you break your body in the military. It's a thing you just do. Um, but you have to submit all of that, and that's like 27 years of medical records, right? And you don't. That amount can vary drastically depending upon what percentage they decide, and that's not a number that we will know until like a couple months after he's out, which we need to have settled in a house before then. So it's this huge flex number that may or may not. It might be zero. It won't be zero. Um, but it could be as low as this to as high as this, and it's a big gap. And so it's been really frustrating because I can't like plan on that, you know? And I'm a planner person. I'm like, here's my spreadsheet. There are two LE factors. There is either chaos or spreadsheet. There is nothing in between. And expenses like moving and stuff like that, that's a spreadsheet. Yeah. And uncertainty is hard. And especially the housing market in the Netherlands is tough. It is not an easy housing market. And the area that we want to be in it's not big city, it's not Amsterdam, but it is not small town either. So knowing that we're going to be going into it, and the DAFT visa is the program that we're using. It's actually why I started all of this, the content creation. It's basically, as an American, you can go and start up a company, and uh, you put $4,500 in the bank, and this is your business bank account, and it has to stay there. You can't touch it, um, and it's pretty much guaranteed. Immigrate for all practical purposes, is it's a guaranteed immigration, uh, and which is fantastic. It's a really, really good opportunity, but it is also a harder one to prove because you're going there starting a company is the assumption. And so for most people, like when you first start up a business, your income is not guaranteed, right? Like it's heaven help we make it, and then there's enough to pay the bills. And so landlords look at that and they assume, well, DAFT visa means you have no ability to guarantee you're going to be able to pay the rent. Makes sense. I can't disagree with that assumption because they're right for most people. For us, the DAFT visa is just the way of getting to stay in Europe because we would rather stay in Europe and not what we're financially dependent on. So it's going to be explaining how this works to Dutch and finding a house. So it's going to be already like something we're going to have to work through that's not in our favor. And so then trying to also have a more limited budget was just like, okay, this is this is too many factors that are piling up on that this is going to be hard side. Mama needs that this is going to be easy side. Okay. I'm thinking. I'm just picking like some random stuff right now. I don't know if which of those tables I'm gonna like better. Oop, I missed. There we go. Anyway, sorry y'all. That was a whole lot of personal stuff. Sorry. I have no filter sometimes. All of this is like swirling around in my brain constantly, so. What do you think? You got 4 2-person tables, 2 big party tables. Should I have like maybe one more 4-prop? I don't know. I think maybe I have too many. I know you never actually have this many Sims, but for it to look right, you know, it still needs to look right. Oops. And I guess you could sometimes have that many Sims, depending on how you set up your game. No, now I think it does need the. I'm gonna put this back. Okay. That feels like a pretty decent spread. Yeah, it is exciting. It's a change that we're really excited about, but it is also a very big change for all of us, child included. And uh, yeah, so I'm thinking ish because I don't know which one I actually want yet. I can't because the room is dark because it's all like one closed in room right now, but I don't want to unroof it because I'm gonna have to uh, like I want to put the little ceiling cabana bits on there. So I'm kind of thinking, yeah, I don't actually know if this is the table and chairs I'm going to keep. I'm just kind of playing with how the spacing might work right now. Actually, that's not bad. Like the twos look very spread out, but my intent was like that would be kind of your romantic-y table area, so maybe it is a little, you know, a little more spread out. And in my head, at least, usually your four tops are like your friends or your family going out, and then the six top is like the party crew. I guess actually maybe I'll make those eight tops because that's the most you can travel with. That way, if people want to use it and then like do an event thingamabobbery, there's enough seats. Oops. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Enough space here because I want to make sure there's enough space to walk around it. Oh, sorry. There's,
Okay.
um, like it looks really random, but I don't think it's as random as it actually like looks. If that makes any sense at all. I'm gonna turn it into blocks. Oh, there you go. So now, if we grab our walls, let's see if we can make that actually make sense in grids. So 9 there, enough space to get on either side of the table. And then 9 here. And then I kind of want to have this one's still 9, but offset just a bit from those. So there's, okay, and so then, how much will I regret having a one tile walkway? What do you guys think? Probably a lot, huh? All right, so because this is kind of what I'm thinking. So now delete that. This is like a very reverse way of engineering a layout. Okay, so good walking path. Good walking path. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah. All right, then let's go all the way here. And so this is 9, but this is definitely more than 9 because we need to leave enough room for people to get around it too. Does that go? Yeah, that needs to go all the way up to that one. I think they can walk around behind that, if I remember right. I don't remember how picky waiters are on like what they need to get to. So that, and then so I'm thinking here and here. So that way they still get a little bit of a gap there. and maybe a little bit here. Maybe this one needs to come back and just not be as far forward. I think that's okay. And then now, I still want to have, so what I'm looking at is I still really want to have a space between each table, like a little bit of water space basically. And I don't know that I've got that right there, so I have to play with this setup. This might have to move some. But I think it can, and I think actually it could go even there, huh? So then, let's see, if we cut here, and get rid of this one, I still have the path right here to get to that. And then probably actually, maybe not quite that far. Y'all, welcome to Ellie's brain on puzzle mode. This is ridiculous. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I want this to, oop, too far. I definitely don't want to go that far. My intent is to like turn each of these into little cabanas with pathways. So roofing this is going to be all kinds of chaos. We haven't got to that part yet. All right, hold on. What if instead we put this one here and then put this one there? I don't like, something just doesn't, are there? Yeah. Okay, that works better. And now that could go here and maybe even pull in. This is definitely the weirdest way ever to plan a venue. All right. Cabana, cabana, cabana. I think it might work though. So what I might do is move this here one so that this table is no longer like in the walk path. Like this doesn't actually have to be that wide at all. And now this one is here, basically. So this becomes that table space here, essentially. Then we have that table space, and then we have this table space here, and that table space there. I think that maybe a little, maybe just slide this one back here a little. So I think like this main area might be like one cabana. We'll see. This one's, I feel like this one's gonna be my pain in the butt because it's offset from this one. Do I want to fix that? If I move it, it'd have to come over a lot. All right, let's erase those for a minute. So it'd have to come all the way over to here. That's a whole lot. I don't know if we want to do that. Ooh, too far. So, because what this basically will let me do now is I have one big central cabana, and then I have one party cabana that's off. I could do one oh, you know what? Why don't we do one of the, you know what? What if I take one of these and put it right here? So we have like a family cabana off to the side that's like, hey, if your kids want to like run down and play on the sand or whatever. That could be cute. Let's do, okay, and then let's take this, I think, in some, maybe? Yeah, because this could go here instead. And then this can, all right, because now we can delete basically this section. We still have a 2 walking path. And actually this one now I think we can turn and we get an even better flow. That feels better. That feels like there's lots of space now for them to walk without crashing into each other. So let's add here a little table area. And take you down one. We don't actually want a platform there. How much did those need? 2 3x3 minimum. So let's do a your cat's been very neglected. Can you tell? Don't you look at mom. He wants the lap.
No, no.
He's
Dad is good enough. No, no.
Dad does not have the electric blanket. Mom does. He really wants mom in the electric blanket. All right. I like that. It's a little bit crazy, but I think it works. I think that should be plenty of room for waiters to pass. Oh, actually, I should leave those closed off because rooms, because then I can do. So this one actually now is here, essentially, is what it is. And I might put like a little play thing here in the sand for kids. So that's like, you know. There. I like this. Okay, let's go and add the roofs because all of a sudden this will make so much more sense then. So we're gonna put 1, 2, 3 of these. And we'll, wait, why are you placing my roof? You're making me nervous. Hold on, let's do this. Like, if this does not save at this point, I will cry. Why do I have a violin? Do you see this? Why is there... How did I acquire a random violin? Okay, it's in my gallery. Whew. Sometimes when, like, if you place a roof and it doesn't, appear, it means it's already crashed. But if you can still save it to your... Oh, it must be... Oh, because guy holding a violin. Yeah, but I saved it to my... I was able to still save it to my library, so... I'm pretty sure it's already crashed, because... Yeah, like, see, I place one and it vanishes. That means it's gone. Wait, oh, you know what? Oh my god. Da, da, da. Disregard! There's like 14 roofs stacked in here. Or you're on the roof floor but have walls down so you can't see that it's actually placed an entire stack of roofs. Oh my god, game, I am so sorry. It wasn't you, it was me this time. Oh my goodness. This time it was not Sims, it was me. I'm so sorry, Sims. This one time. Okay. You know what? I think I should actually save now. I have not saved. I did just save it to the library. So I was kind of hyper focused on the crazy boat project that y'all voted for. But look at it, Shelly. It came out so stinking cute. Like, it did work. It is adorable and ridiculous, and I love it. I will hold on. Let's hop back in live mode because saving in live mode is a better plan. And let's save game. I cannot believe it actually worked. I am super freaking tickled, and it's functional. Everything, like we've been testing it. Yay! We were able to save and everything. Whoo! Okay, that's good news. Okay, now what we can do? Oh, we're going to go and so we got our roofs in places. That's what we want. the pieces now. Yep, and that is the roof shapes I want. So, going to go in, and now, are you going to go eat food, or are you trying to run a mom? I'm going to go eat food this time. All right, let's grab. I actually think this would be. I like the island living fence, but it's super bright, and so I have a hard time actually using it in builds. But I think this might be the exception. Oh, it has that perfect blue. So we can use that and run around our gazebo bits. Now that we have the roof up. I didn't want to do this part until it's easier to place the ceilings when the roof is there. So there and there. This needs to be too wide for pathing. There. And then out here around this one, we do the same thing. Oop, whoops, too far. All right, here and here and there. And then we need this one and this one, this one, this one, this one. We're going to outside edges here. We're going to assume, unlike reality, you know, the realistic version is my child would be the child constantly trying to fall off of the platform, right? So mine would. Okay. So now, I'll delete that and there. So that just leaves these interior walls that we're going to delete now. Oop. Ah, that was the wrong spot. Not that one. I actually just learned that you can erase fences with the wall delete tool. Well, I guess that makes sense. It's still just the hold down control and delete, so. Okay, then I can delete. I think I deleted all of the roof perfectly. Perfect. Okay, we don't want any of that up there, so. Floating ceiling pieces. Let's grab our island living one as I like it and add it into corners of all of our gazebo-y bits. Oh, I'm missing. Get up. Game is like, no. Seriously? What are you doing, game? There we go. Sometimes this game is a source of so much ridiculousness. 2, 3, and yeah. Oop. Uh-oh. That didn't go where I wanted it to. I could actually probably do this on this floor now. It'd be a little bit easier. 1, 2, not in the water. 3, 1. I could do, you know what, this is a lot of columns, actually I am going to do. Alright, I'm going to show you a trick. This is my, I don't like columns up during gameplay, but they need to be up, like, for roofs to look great. So there is a trick to this. You put the roof back. You take your columns, if you mod. I confess this only works if you mod. Put them up here. So I'm still putting them in the exact same place, just a floor higher. This was one of those cases of, like, to me that would have been annoying for gameplay because you would have been playing spin the camera around all of the columns. All right, here, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oop, that's down there. here. Make sure we get all the spots. Okay, and this one needs done. 2, 3. Yep, come on, right there. And then it has one in and in. All right, make sure that's it. That's it. Okay. To grab tool and select all of the columns, making sure they turn ghosty so you know you actually got them. Come on. And you don't have to actually do these all at once. You can do them split, but you know. I don't know why it keeps not wanting to select. Ah! Whoops, don't do that. There it goes. Okay. This is one of my favorite hacks for builds that have lots of columns. All right, got them all. Elevate. Pretty sure it's -3. Yep. Oh yeah, you can tell which one we missed. Select on the one column you missed. Also -3. Okay, check this out. So when you're on the roof level, all of the columns are there. It looks right. When you go to gameplay, they're gone. Booyah! Game changer. I mean, I think so. Oh, or sanity saver at least. Yeah. Because now it's so much easier to play on this. All right, let's add nice decking all across. Yay! Uh-huh. Totally worth it to take the time with Tool and do that, because, yeah. Oh, so I have one selected. Because then you can go now and like, all right, let me reshape my roofs and pull their eaves out. I could have done this earlier, I guess, actually, and like shaped all the roofs, it wouldn't have mattered. And drop all these down. I'm probably going to actually arc these a little bit too, just give them a little bit of a curve, since they'll be the straw roofs. Just a little bit. Oh, that was too much. Just a bit. No. Drop you down a little flatter. And I think I want all of these to still be a little flatter. Yeah, that one is my, that was one of my like, oh my god moments when I figured that out in Tool. Because that is a huge frustration for me. If I can't like see to play, I don't like it. Or if I can't see without playing, you know, spin the camera everywhere. Technically you can still see, but I think it's annoying. And let's add, oh, I think I want to use this other one. I want to use this other one. Our thatch going around it. Do you want the dark? I think we might do the darker color. Like the darker color roofs. I think maybe the darker. Cabana Bay. Okay, that fence is a little extra, but maybe I might mix up the fence some. Maybe I'll switch it for like a calmer. maybe we'll have some areas that are a little calmer on the fence. Okay, that's the only problem. There's one. I would have. That'll nope. No. Okay, let's do this. Build the ceiling back up. Move it up top. Can't have one that's, you know. delete the ceiling again. Okay. Yeah, I think the blue fence. I don't know. Like, my inner mom voice says there needs to be fencing around all of the things because children. But maybe just the blue around. Like, in theory, the Sims don't actually fall off. At least I've never had one fall off. I should say that. We could do like just a neutral fence around the main portions, maybe. And break it up a little bit. I feel like this might be too much though. Still. Hmm.
What if you do those see-through walls?
Yeah.
Like glass
walls.
Out onto the water. I eat there.
Oh, do you need to move stuff? I actually have. I think I have a fence that's that way. Oh no, you're right. Look at that. Boom. Good call. Do you need me to move more?
Nope.
Okay.
Just looking. It looks good.
Good call, hubby. Yeah, that was a good call. That satisfies my there needs to be a fence, but it still looks nice and open. I do. He is awesome sauce. I mean, yes. Paris says he helps, she loves you. He says yay. He wandered off somewhere. You know, the other thing he did is he came home and turned on my stream on his computer so it would count as another viewer too. He's a good one. He's the only reason I've been able to do this whole content creation thing because there's no way. It's nuts. The amount of work this takes. I do like that. Of course, now looking at it, I'm like, maybe I should have done it in like the brown though. What if we, yeah, maybe, whoops, not on the front. But use the brown instead so you still get those ties in a little bit more, I think. Although he's gonna, let's see. Or there is, where's the other clear one? I know we got a couple of these. No, not the blue. Not that one. There's another one though that has, where's the, is it the spa day one? I definitely don't want the every spa day. Dark brown edge or no dark brown edge? I kind of like dark brown edge, I think. Ties in like the dark brown fence posts and stuff. Decisions are hard, y'all. Yes, I could do that too. I think that's actually what he meant with that. But then you have the lip at the top, because half walls. Although, we could do a little shorter, huh? What if we, let's see. Maybe not quite that short. Right there? I do like that height better, I think, huh? Let's see. I do appreciate the ability to drop and replace a lot of stuff. That does look nice. Yeah, I think you're right. And then, let's see. So there's a couple of these. The brown one? The one with the browns? I kind of like the idea of taking that all the way around now. Instead of using the fence at all. Oh my god, okay. I don't know if this would apply at a restaurant. This is gonna have to be a tested thing. Because the only thing I do not like about half walls is for some reason, half walls are a daggum dish magnet. I don't get it. Like, Why? I don't know how this is going to work in a restaurant, but that's what playtesting is for. I mean, you can put little pots and plants on them, but that would be so much clutter. And I like clutter, yes, but venue spots I don't usually do as much because I don't want them to be lag fest for people. Yeah, so I don't know. We're gonna see. And then they can't get they can't get them back off the half walls. Like it would be fine if they put them there, if they could just get them back off, you know. But for some reason, oh, that's not a bad idea. Like I think I can use some of the plants and stuff. I worry that like if I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how many slots there are on the half wall. Um, if I put too much, it'll be laggy for people to try to play in. I'm a worrywart though. It's my skill set. That does look really nice though. And then we definitely need this. Go get our... It's good to him going all the way around, because that adds foundation to it. Go half wall trims. Ooh! Or, okay, does anybody know, can they still put dishes on these half walls? Does anyone know? I actually don't know. The ones that have this, because I could use a shorter half wall. I don't know. Ha ha ha. So what if instead we use a shorty? Ooh, that looks nice, I think. What do you think? Because that puts that like lining up with the bottom of the columns too. I think there are streamers who must like come on stream with a plan and stuff, and then there's me. I'm like, does everybody just stream like this where it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. We're just gonna try this, and do I build this way the rest of the time too? Yes. I just sometimes feel bad when I'm streaming because I'm like, yeah, sorry y'all. I do chaos factor streams. Is that all of it? Nope, there's some more. I mean, I had an inspiration. That counts as a little bit of a plan, right? Like last time I did have the inspiration one for the A-frame too. But this one I put up a post on Facebook with like the 4 different potential. I I like that. I also like this. I missed one spot. Um, I also think it looks good with the roof. It looks better with the roof off, I think too, which is nice. Because I wasn't loving some of the others when the roof was off, but this still looks nice. And that looks good. And we can change it even though too, because there's other, I think this one has like lots of colors. Oh, and now look, it's changing all of it at once. So beautiful. Blue. Ooh. Okay, I need honest opinions. Is the blue good, or is the blue Ellie should walk away and stop with her blue fetish? So there's white. I don't think white. There's cream. I don't really like. There's the dark brown. Darker brown. Or blue. I'm gonna need y'all to decide. There's the blue with everything down. There's the dark brown with everything down. Oh, it was this one, wasn't it? That one, because it matches the things. That one. That one. Dark brown? Shelly votes for dark brown. Doo -doo -doo -doo. It does add nice contrast, doesn't it? And then what we can do is we can actually put, so we can extend this a little bit more here. And we're gonna add, I think this is as low as it'll go. Yeah. Let's add our stairs coming up to it. And then I think that's still enough for a hostess station. This might be one that I'm gonna have to like see if they get too crowded around it, because sometimes they do stuff like that. And then my waiter station, that's where the waiters have to go to place the orders, right? Is that about it? Need more water, menu. Oh, it's a dishwasher station too. Okay, so maybe more than one of those might be useful. Because we could put one like right here. And then maybe one. I started to say we could have one like right here too, was what I was thinking originally. I don't know, that one's kind of in the center of everything though. What do you guys think? Do you need more than one wait station? Waiter station? Nope, that's the child home. I will probably stop streaming soon because otherwise you're going to listen to Smalls. Oh, missed a spot. I love this, you guys. I am so tickled. Look at that. It's so cute. And little offsets of everything. Oh my goodness. And then, so I think what I actually wanted to do here is I'm going to put a set of stairs. Well, can I not get one here? The terrain on this lot type cannot be modified. Oh, you can do it like that though. That way we can have one set of stairs here that's like, this is the parent table. When you... Hi, buddy. Oh, you know what? That's why there's a wall. You want to people today?
Yeah, I want to people.
I've been peopling.
Like, if you people, Dad can people, I can people too.
If I can people, you can people, and Dad can people too.
You like my speech, Pat?
That's a beautiful speech. No, whoa, streaming. Nope, streaming.
Hi, people.
There you go.
Hi.
Okay, you over there.
No, I'm not doing any more of my Sims things. I did this thing where I spent 3 days and then poof.
He's over his Sims moment, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try again.
Yes.
Let's see. Dad's. Go ask Dad. He actually made his EA account like Ellie Sims Kid or something like that. She said, "Hi, Mr. Mini Ellie." Nope, he's wandered off again. The squirrels came. I feel like he is. He's adorable. I don't. So what he was talking about, he had started. I was actually like posting his story of starting to play Sims because it was freaking hilarious, and but then the ADHD factor is a real factor in our house. And after 3 days of absolutely utter chaos and death and chaos, now he's like, okay, anyway. I'm like, wait, but. so, so I think maybe I'll make this one wider, and then I can put a little waiter station right here too. And that way there's 2 places where they can wash dishes or do whatever. Paranormal, that's what I said. Paranormal says, but her series.
The series.
I think Dad's trying to talk him into cleaning his room. Maybe Sims might win again. so, I know. I honestly, and I might, I don't know, I might resort to bribery on this one, because one of the things I do really, really like about The Sims is, especially for ADHD kids who don't always get great social skills, he might be a touch on the odd side too. It's definitely possible, but reading social cues and social interactions and dealing with those things is not always his strong point. And I actually think in some ways Sims is very, very good for that because it's, it's Sims. You're not going to actually break anything. But it is a like, oh, you asked somebody on a date and they don't know you, so they said no, right? Like, um, so I might shamelessly resort to bribery and get him to play some more. We'll see. Unusual parenting strategies for ADHD. This is the way. Yeah, like, and it's he has not always had an easy go of it. The honest answer is like we've lived in Germany now for almost 6 years, so all of his life essentially, and he's been an expat for. I mean, he's 11, so the vast majority of his time has been as an expat kid, and I'm trying to get this to go all the way around here. That's not an easy path in and of itself. And then you add in, that was not the same one I had earlier. Hold on, I had this one. You add in ADHD factors, and then the fact that we do live off base, away from stuff. It's not always been easy to make friends, and there's been extra challenges with language barriers and culture barriers, and we're about to do it all over again. And so, and this time we're going to stay in the Netherlands, so it's definitely culture he needs to learn and navigate. So, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, but I think, did I accidentally delete a wall? I did. Oh no, that was the stairs. Whoops, I forgot. Put those back. There we go. Okay. I'm going to change that color because that's way too dark. But it's okay. For right now, I love this. You guys, look what we did. We have our boat bar. We have the start of a very functional restaurant. And it's cute. I don't know. Maybe I'll move this one. We'll see. Stuff might still get wiggled around. It happens. Yay! I will post updates, though, on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all the places. So, thank you guys for hanging out. We'll do it again next Wednesday. I don't think I scheduled anything for this weekend because I don't know what we're doing this weekend yet. We'll see. Weekend ones, like if I try to do an East Coast time zone weekend one, those probably won't hit a schedule for a while. But I will talk to y'all later. You too. Dag, dag, y'all.